As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Sometimes life pulls you from up here to down here to teach you a lesson. And you're in a valley right now. And there are lessons in this valley. I hope you learn from them.
Objective, independent justice.
You can always turn your life around. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Lorinda Clearwater is suing model Trey Vincent in the amount of $425. Ms. Clearwater claims she gave Mr. Vincent skincare products in exchange for being a product ambassador, but says he threw out the products instead. Mr. Vincent claims he had a severe allergic reaction to Ms. Clearwater's skincare regimen and had no choice but to throw it away.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give before this court should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Karen Mills Francis presiding.
You may be seated.
All parties have been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you, Chris. All right. All right, Ms. Clearwater, you're suing Mr. Vincent for $425, which represents the price that he owes you for unpaid skincare products he purchased. Is that right?
Yes.
And your position is you don't believe you owe her the money?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay, so how do you know the defendant, ma'am?
Yes, hi, Your Honor. We've been friends for about 1.5 years. I know him through his mother. I'm a businesswoman. I have a business out here in Bowman Hills, and I sell skincare. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm a little nervous.
You sell skincare products?
Yes.
And how long have you been selling skincare products?
For a couple years, 5 years, Your Honor.
Okay, well, how old are you?
31.
Oh, you look great.
Thank you.
Okay, so for 5 years do you make these products at home?
Yes,
or?
they're made in-house, Your Honor.
You're making these, and so these are your ingredients?
Yes.
And you've been selling them how?
We've been selling them like through referrals. I sell to friends and family.
Okay, do you have like those shows in people's homes where you come in?
Yes, sometimes I go door to door,
What do
Your
they
Honor.
call those things? I don't know. I've been to them, but it's selling you Tupperware. It's like a Tupperware party, but it's not Tupperware.
Yes, like
you do
a
those kind of
showcase? Yes.
showcasing?
Yes.
Okay. And did you bring me the products
Yes,
to see?
it's a sample, Your Honor, right
Let
here.
me see the sample. So what kind of products do you have?
Well, this line is for men, and
Okay.
it's
They're terrible, by the way.
They're terrible?
Yes.
So this is the male line. Okay, so I see that there is a cleanser, and there's a toner.
They don't work.
There's an eye cream. There's even a hand cream. Okay, I see a moisturizer, daytime moisturizer, and a nighttime moisturizer.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and how much, this sells for $425?
Yes.
Okay, so how did it come that the defendant bought these products?
Because he's my friend, Your Honor, and I had an opportunity from my supervisors to move up in the company if I can get this mail line, off the ground.
But I thought you said it was your company.
Well, yeah, it's in the family.
So who's the supervisor then?
It's a family business. My mom, Maria Clearwater.
Okay, so it's a family business.
Yes.
Okay, so your mom said.
We wanted to expand because we have women's skincare, so we wanted to expand for the men's. And
So this was your first foray into
Yes.
men's products?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So how did you come to sell to him?
Well, because he's my friend, and he's one of the guys who wasn't trying to have a sexual relationship. We've been friends for a while. We go everywhere together. We spend a lot of holidays together.
Right.
So I just thought it would be a good opportunity to tell my friend about these products. He's trying to get into the modeling world.
Right.
And
Are you a model?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to get into the modeling.
Right, but what are you doing while you're trying to get in?
Oh, I'm just going to like different gigs around LA.
Right, but what do you do to make money? What's your line of work?
Oh, my line of work? Oh, I don't work no 9-to-5 job. I don't. I have been pushing myself to go to different gigs every single day. Well, that's my dream. So I feel like if I'm going to go for my dream, I have to literally put my best foot forward and do that.
So you don't work a 9-to-5 job?
No, ma'am, I don't.
But you have been paid for modeling jobs?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
So how much are you making on these modeling jobs?
Honestly, it depends. The one that I had for this booking
but I'm just saying, when somebody your age is telling me I don't work 9-to-5, I'm living off of gigs.
He do work, Your Honor.
Excuse me?
He does work.
Oh, he works? Where does he work?
He have modeling gigs here and there.
I get booked. That's the thing. It's no problem.
Okay,
with me
we are
getting booked.
agreeing that he says he's living off of modeling gigs. I want to know, how much are you making off of modeling gigs?
I'm making enough to pay for myself.
Okay, how much is that?
I would say at least $600, $700. It just all
to pay me
depends.
back,
It all
Your Honor.
depends.
Right.
It all depends on the company.
Right. So you're making enough to pay your rent, pay
Yes, ma'am.
utilities.
Yes,
you have a
ma'am.
vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a car, your own
Yes,
car,
ma'am.
and you
Yes,
live here
ma'am.
in Los Angeles.
Yes, ma'am.
It's expensive to live here in
Very,
Los
very,
Angeles.
very.
And you live by yourself?
No, ma'am, I don't. I have a roommate.
You have a roommate.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So you offer him the products.
Yes.
You know that he does this modeling thing.
Yes.
Okay. And you take the products.
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the agreement that you made with her? What was the agreement?
The agreement was that I was supposed to show other people that the products actually work.
Was that the agreement that he's going to show people that your products work?
Your Honor, the agreement was for him to show it off. You know, when he go, they'll see that his skin is glowy, his
Right.
skin is vibrant,
Right.
and they'll ask
You
him.
wanted him to start using the
Yes.
products and start glowing, and
Yes.
everybody goes,
I
"Oh
have
my
the products on
God, you look
myself."
great! What have you been doing?"
Yes,
and he says,
Your
"Oh no,
Honor.
I got these new products," and
Yes.
that's what you wanted to happen.
Yes.
Coming up on Supreme Justice,
So the product that she had gave me was
Right.
terrible.
Your Honor,
Okay.
his skin is not terrible all the time.
Right? Of course it's not. My skin's not terrible at all because I don't use your product.
and later,
You're responsible for engaging the parking brake of your car, and
Yes.
it needs to work.
I understand
When
that.
did you realize that the brake wasn't working?
That morning.
That was the first time.
closed captioning provided by. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Lorinda Clearwater, who is suing Trey Vincent for $425.
Did you test these out on your skin first?
No, ma'am, I didn't. Because she didn't have no testers at all.
No, okay, but when you got them from her,
Yes, ma'am.
did you test them out, or you just went down the whole line and you did the toner and the
I
cleansing?
actually looked on the back of the merchandise to make sure that I was not allergic to anything that was on there.
Okay, and you didn't see anything in the ingredients that you were allergic to?
No, ma'am, I
Okay,
didn't.
and what did you tell her about paying this money, the $425?
Well, her agreement was to tell me that whenever I get the money for it, to help and pay her back. But
Okay,
I
so
haven't-
whenever I get the money,
whenever I get the money.
well, you get the money all the time, remember? Because you're making money
Yes.
and you
Thank
can live
you.
in
Correct.
Los Angeles.
Correct.
5 or 10 or
and
20
drive
something.
a car and pay your
Correct.
rent and your bills. So what does
Correct.
that mean whenever I get the money?
Whenever I get the money, well, my skin is actually my job. So if my skin is terrible,
Right.
I can't book anything at
Right.
all. So the product that she have gave me was
Right.
terrible.
Your Honor,
Okay.
his skin is not terrible all the time.
Right, of course it's not. My skin's not terrible at all because I don't use your product. That's
Okay,
why.
but so what happened when you used the product?
My skin breaked out. It was like hot, like terrible. Like I wouldn't recommend it to give it to a dog. Honestly,
I don't know if that was
wouldn't.
my product that caused that, Your Honor.
But wait a second, did you ever see him?
No, he didn't return my calls.
Okay, so do you have pictures of what?
Yes, ma'am, I have
Let me see
photos.
some pictures of what you look like.
And I have the and I have the modeling agreement too at the same time. There you go.
Okay, let me see. Let me see the
That
pictures.
doesn't mean that was from my products, Your Honor.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only products that I use
What else
on my
would you
face.
use on your
Because I
face?
told you before
What else
that I
would you
don't
use on
use
your
products
face?
on
What
my
did you
face.
eat? What did you
now
drink?
that I use your products, my face broke out, and now that she's
You trying to get out of paying me $425? You need to pay me my money.
Well, for
That's what you need to
$425
do.
and for me to be
Excuse me, y'all want to go outside and see if y'all can work
No,
it
ma'am.
out? You want to do that?
No, sorry, Your Honor.
Okay. I thought I read in the pleadings that you told him that if it didn't work out for him, he could return the product to
Yes.
you, and he wouldn't owe you the money.
No, Your Honor.
Tell me what you said. Go
The
ahead.
agreement was for him to pay me it was always for him to pay me the money, Your Honor. I'm a saleswoman. I need
Right.
to make my money.
Right.
But if it didn't work out, he could return it. He threw them away.
honestly,
Off
Your
the
Honor, I feel
balcony.
like a customer now.
Okay, your sworn statement that you made when you filed this lawsuit, in it you said, I told him if he was unhappy, he could return them and I would get him a refund.
Yes, I never got the
Okay,
return,
but you
Your
just
Honor.
told me that I'm a businesswoman. I never would have said that, but you did say that. That
Sorry, Your
if
Honor.
you return the product, I'll give you a refund. So if he wasn't happy with it, all he had to do was give it back to you, and he wouldn't owe you any money.
Yes.
Okay, so why didn't you give it back to her?
I was so mad. I mean, I literally just missed out on a $300 gig. Like you said, LA is expensive, period.
Right.
So therefore, your product stopped my bag, that stopped your bag, and now we in this predicament sitting here talking to you.
Your Honor, he could have booked other gigs when his skin cleared up. He's not trying to work.
They
He's
didn't
not
want
trying
me
to
with
pay
a
me. He's
bumpy
not trying
face.
to
They
do
didn't want me
anything,
with
Your Honor.
they didn't want me with red stuff on my
Okay,
face
but where
at
are
all.
the products? Where's this kid? Where's the kid?
Honestly, probably some homeless man got it now. I threw it over my balcony.
That's
I was so
ridiculous.
frustrated.
Okay, but you have not filed a counter lawsuit. You're not suing her for any damages.
No, ma'am, not at all, because I feel
But
like
she
that's my friend.
told you that if you return the product, you would get a full refund. She told you that.
She did.
Right?
She did.
Okay, but you didn't return the product.
At all. I was very upset. I was
Okay,
very
I don't care if you were upset or not. You had an option that if you were not happy, you could return the product and you
Amen.
wouldn't owe any money. Right?
Correct. But for her to be my friend, I felt like the money should not even came in play, honestly, at all. For us to be friends, I feel like this is something that is going to help you and help me.
Okay, but the agreement, because we friends are in court now.
Facts.
The agreement was if I'm not happy, I can return it and I won't owe you anything. We agreed.
Correct.
That's the agreement.
Correct.
Okay. Did you return the product?
No, ma'am, I did not return the product.
Then you owe her $425.
I don't think I owe her $425
Well, I don't care what you think.
at all, because I didn't.
I don't care what you
we
think.
don't even have
Excuse me, Mr. Vincent. You know what? If we get into a fight, an argument, a verbal, who do you think's gonna win this?
You, of course.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
This
welcome.
is Hollywood. They will take you with bumps. They know how to make people
That's
look
crazy.
all kind of ways.
I would never want
You
to
just
be
don't wanna work,
nowhere
Your
walking
Honor.
down the street
You
with
just don't
bumps on
wanna
my
work.
face at all. And your product is terrible. I wouldn't recommend
Only for you.
anybody buying no
Only for
man
you.
product from you
Excuse
at
me,
all.
your product is terrible. According to the defendant. All
she
right,
know that-
judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $425. Good luck to
Thank
you.
you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $425.
I thought we was better than this. I thought you was my friend.
Your skin products suck, and we're not friends anymore.
Coming up,
So when you park on the hill, do you engage the parking brake on this side?
Yes.
Okay.
But there was some sort of failure, and it happened to roll down the hill that day.
closed captioning provided by. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Victor Evans is suing Eric Thompson in the amount of $1,000. Mr. Evans claims his parked car was damaged after Mr. Thompson's car rolled into his vehicle. Mr. Thompson claims the plaintiff's car was illegally parked and sticking out into the street. Therefore, he shouldn't be held responsible.
Mr. Evans, you're suing Mr. Thompson for $1,000 for property damage to your car, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you happen to live on the same street,
That's right.
Mr. Thompson, as the plaintiff's girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about this neighborhood.
Well, my girlfriend's house or her apartment is at the bottom of a hill. It's in a cul-de-sac, and we're on the edge of the cul-de-sac.
Right.
Right along coming down the hill is where his car was parked on the curb, coming down
Right.
to the end.
Okay. And how long have you lived there?
A couple of years.
A couple of years. And what kind of car you have?
It's an older Saab.
A Saab. And where do you normally park the Saab?
I normally park on that hill there. There on the hill, excuse me. There's not a lot of assigned parking in our apartment complex.
Right.
So
when you park on the hill, do you engage the parking brake on this Saab?
yes.
Okay.
But there was some sort of failure, and it happened to roll down the hill that day.
Okay, so the car went rolling down the hill.
Yes.
Okay. And how did you find out that the car came rolling down the hill?
Well, we were awakened at 6:30 in the morning when we heard a loud thud. That's when we came outside to see what happened, and I noticed the defendant's car had wrecked into mine.
Your car was parked.
So I was parked behind her. I was parked in the driveway behind her car.
Okay. All right. So your car crashed into his car.
Well, what he failed to mention was that part of his car was sticking out of the driveway. Had he parked like a normal human being, it wouldn't have been in the way of my rolling car, and we wouldn't even be
So
here.
if his car wasn't parked where it was, and your car came rolling down the street, where would your car have ended up?
It would have passed that driveway and hit the fence at the end of the cul-de-sac.
Coming up,
You're responsible for engaging the parking brake of your car, and
Yes.
it needs to work.
I understand
When
that.
did you realize that the brake wasn't working?
That morning.
That was the first time.
closed captioning provided by. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Victor Evans, who is suing Eric Thompson for property damage.
Well, where was his car parked in this picture?
It would be behind that silver SUV. This is taken on a different day.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying that his car was behind this car, and so he's in the street a little bit.
He's a little bit in the street.
A little bit, and so you kind of clipped him with your car coming down this street. Your car came and hit him from the side
That's right.
and rolled down the street.
That's right.
Right, but you do understand that you're responsible for engaging the parking brake of your car, and
Yes.
it needs to work,
Yes.
right?
I understand
When
that.
did you realize that the brake wasn't working?
That morning.
That was the first time.
Ma'am, it was a bit of a freak accident. How do you
Right.
check the e-brake? You know, how do you
Right.
check the parking brake? Up until that point, it worked well. I didn't hear any weird.
No, if you're on a hill, you would know if you've engaged that parking brake, because if it's not working, your car's just gonna go rolling. So I'm trying to figure out, how is it that you put the brake on in this car, what?
I put the brake on and it worked at the time, but a few hours later, somehow, it just, I don't know. The
just gave it up.
The e-brake gave out.
I just can't take it anymore.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. Promotional consideration provided by. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
You could have taken a life. Somebody could have been in the street or whatever that day, somebody walking a baby in a stroller or walking their dog or elderly person, or somebody could have been backing out of that same parking space, this little gray car here, and you could have hit them.
But I mean, nobody plays on that street. It's an ugly street, Your Honor.
Do you have insurance?
I do.
Okay, so how come you didn't go through his insurance? He didn't.
Well, that morning when the incident happened, I asked him for his insurance, and that's when he refused to give it to me.
Oh, he refused to give you his
Yeah.
insurance. Okay. Well, so you ended up using your insurance, and now you're asking for the deductible back.
Yeah, it was about $3,400 of damage,
Yeah.
$1,000 deductible. And
Right,
that's
it's a
all
pretty car, too. You
Yeah.
still got the same girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, do you still have the same sob?
Of course.
Okay. Did you get the brakes fixed?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Are you sure?
Absolutely sure.
Okay, I'm ready to roll. I'm going to give him his deductible judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,000. Good luck to you.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $1,000.
Someone could have been seriously hurt. You need to take better care of your car.
I will. And I'll pay you for the damage to your car.
This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.